This lecture is about the role and essentially the importance of the proton concentration gradient in the electron transport chain of cellular respiration. A little background: the electron transport chain is the third step of cellular respiration, the first and second being glycolysis and the Krebs cycle. And the chain exists in the inner mitochondrial membrane. And in terms of the concentration gradient, the high concentration of protons exists in the outer membrane, and the low concentration exists in the inner membrane or the matrix of the mitochondria. So FADH2 and NADH are electron acceptors that we receive from the other steps of cellular respiration, glycolysis, and the Krebs cycle, and they're what are used to create this concentration gradient. And so these molecules altogether break down into NAD+, FAD+, hydrogen ions, and electrons. And so these electrons are what power the active transport that occurs to bring these hydrogen ions up to the higher concentration. Because our bodies try to achieve equilibrium, especially in a gradient like this, the hydrogen ions, the protons up here, are going to try to find a way to bring themselves to the lower concentration side in order to achieve that balance, that equilibrium it strives for. This results in the use of ATP synthase, which is the enzyme that creates the majority of the ATP our body has. The ATP synthase allows the hydrogen ion to pass through its channel, generating energy to phosphorylate ADP and a phosphate into ATP. And this happens around 30 times for each glucose molecule that is broken down at the beginning of cellular respiration. Oxygen, the final hydrogen ion acceptor, combines free-floating hydrogen ions, electrons, and itself to create water, which then helps to keep the concentration in the matrix low, concentration of the hydrogen ions in the matrix low. Ultimately, though, the point is that without this proton gradient, without the high concentration spurring the hydrogen ion to pass through the ATP synthase, the large amounts of ATP we require to function on a daily basis would not be created. We would not be able to survive. This seemingly simple concept of our body just trying to achieve equilibrium is what fuels the creation of ATP in cellular respiration. It's what allows us to function, breathe, and live. It puts into perspective that our large and complex bodies really do function on a basic and microscopic level. And if that's not cool, then I don't know what is.